Hi everyone, it's Dennis here and I'm back with a new video, and today we are going to speak about how do you prepare for a bear market. What is a bear market, Dennis? You might ask. A bear market is when we go into really 3 consecutive quarters of lower GDP, or when the markets are really going down. So what are you doing when the markets fall 50%, 60%? We have really seen a recent one when we were looking at the COVID situation in March 2020, when the markets fell 30-40%. And when I say the markets, I mean the Dow Jones, the 30 biggest companies, the indices, the Nasdaq fell that much. Everything is plummeted, even cryptos. So what do? How do you prepare for it? And what can you do in order to not only survive, but to thrive in a bear market? Because after all, that's when all the opportunities are created. So there's a couple of things you can do. Number one, what you need to do is we spoke about this in another video, but it is to diversify, right? Diversify. And what do I mean by that? Well, don't only invest into stocks, right? Not only tech stocks. Make sure you invest into different things like silver, because usually when the stock market crashes, silver goes up. Or gold, right? Or cryptos. And of course stocks, maybe even looking at property. So make sure you diversify into these different assets. But there is one key element to this as well, and that is do not have all your money invested. That's the main point here today. So do make sure, yes, being diversified, but also what most people do when the market goes higher, they're fully invested. They have 100% invested up here. So when the market then falls, so then we go into a bear market for many years, they don't have anything to invest, which is why we always invest into really solid companies. You have your Apple, Microsoft, you have Google, for example, and then you have properties, you have cryptos, and you diversify into those. But here's the key. You need to find, for example, a highest point. There's several strategies you can do. A very simple strategy you can do right now, which will really support you in a bear market, is one called dollar cost average, or DCA. What that means is you invest the same amount every single month. No matter if the market is high, the market is low, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, etc., etc. The same amount. We take that one step further, and what we do is we find the highest point. Most people invest up here, by the way. They feel the FOMO of Bitcoin at 60,000, they jump in. What we do is we find a recent high, and then we invest as the market drops down. So now when Block Inc., PayPal, you might have heard of those names, are down 60-70%, we have actually invested all the way down. So the answer to how do you prepare for a bear market is you prepare for it. You have money on the side, so when it happens, you are actually able to invest all the way down. But then you're going to make a lot of money. Does that make sense? So yeah, when it goes up, you might not make as much, but don't be driven by emotions. So instead, you will make so much more when the market actually falls. So prepare by being prepared. Have a strategy beforehand, before you go into Facebook, Google, into any asset. You should actually know exactly how much you should be investing. And that is our VCA strategy. So I hope this video was valuable for you as well. And now that you know a little bit more on how you can prepare for an upcoming bear market as well, be prepared, don't have everything invested. And with that being said, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe. Press that like button and also comment below, how do you prepare? Because this is just how do I prepare, this is it. And of course there's some more advanced things to it as well. So with that being said, everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.